Hi everybody, it's Tommy Jo from Bird Street Studio, and I just recorded a whole video for the 50 Stack Challenge 8, and I actually wasn't recording. I thought I was, but I was not, so we're going to redo it. So I have a lot of supplies already out because I already did a video. Okay, Tommy, check your camera, make sure it's running, and it is. Okay, so this is the hashtag 50 Stack Challenge 8, hosted by Amy at Crafty Cat. She is Crafty Cat 7212 on YouTube and Crafty Cat 72 on Instagram, and she has an Etsy shop where I believe she's Crafty Cat USA, and I would highly recommend that you check out her Etsy shop because she's got some beautiful digitals on there. I've ordered a few from her, and I've really enjoyed working with them. So, what Amy pulled this week for prompts, what she does is she pulls 2 prompts a week out of a bag. And we're on prompt 13 and 14. And the idea is you make a piece of ephemera for each prompt. When you're done in 25 weeks, you should have 50 pieces of ephemera. Now, I make ephemera to go in the journals that I'm working on or journals that I have put aside to work on. So I don't necessarily have a stack right now built up because I use them. So I'm going to so prompt number 13 she pulled was postage stamp. Prompt number 14 is pink bling. I'm going to have to think about pink bling, not because I don't think I have any, because I have a lot of, I was looking in here, I have a lot of like bling, pink bling things, but what to do with it is what I have to think about, and what journals I have going on. I know I have a circus journal that I'm building up ephemera for. I have a tropical journal that I'm building ephemera for, and I also have a fairy journal that I'm trying to make ephemera for. So I just have to figure out what I want to do with the pink bling. But the postage stamp, I got thinking, and I don't really need a piece of ephemera where I would use a postage stamp, but I don't have like real postage stamps in my plethora of little containers. What I have are postage stamps that I've made, so they're right here because I already did a video, so they are all right here on the top that we're going to do. I do have a couple of postage stamps. These 2 and maybe 1 or 2 more in there are the only real stamps I have. Everything else is something I've made. They are digitals that I've downloaded, either from, I'm trying to think, like I belong to the Digital Collage Club, so I think there's some on there. There are stamps in the New York Public Library, so I've downloaded some of those. But most of these are stamps that I've made, and I use them as postage stamps. Now, I do make 2 different kinds. I make these where I just stamp on designed paper and cut them out using these scissors. They have a little, like a mini scallop that looks kind of like the edge of a postage stamp. Or I make these where it is, I think I have a couple more in here, but I use a lot of these, where I actually just take a picture and I mount it on a piece of book page, and then I take postage acrylic stamps and stamp over them and make them look like stamps. So we're going to do these today. I'm going to show you how to do these because I need to use up some scraps. And that's what we're going to do. Instead of making a piece of ephemera, we're going to make elements, postage stamp elements. So I'm going to move this out of the way. And basically, I brought out a bunch of my scraps. And of course, because I've already done the video, I've already looked through here. But what I wanted to do is pull out, see if I had any more of Amy's paper in here, because I did use her paper for the first video. And I don't think I have any of hers left in here. I don't often have scraps of hers because I use them all. I use it all up. But what you are looking for if you're going to stamp on your scraps is you want designed paper, some sort of design on them, and you want them to be fairly light colored. Because if it's too busy or too dark, then your stamps won't show up on them. So let me see what we have here. Something there. See, like this is just a little too dark. It would be too dark and busy. This would be good though. And this would be a good one. Okay, so I've got scraps out. So I want to show you. I pulled this Globeland silicone stamp. They are 4.3 by 6.3 inches is this. I have it on acrylic block. I have one of them on here. And get rid of this because that caused me a hassle. Okay. So this is actually just my glue pages I'm using as a kind of make it not so hard. And what you want to do is ink it up. I ink it up with, let me see what I got here, with just archival ink. And we are just going to stamp. So I want to see, okay, that'll be good. Okay. So I normally take my ink to my stamp. And when I do this, I normally don't use a lot of different stamps. I pick up like one sheet, like I will use these on the next batch that we do. Ooh, Tommy, you're making a mess again. And I just do different papers and they all look different. Even though you use the same stamp, a lot of times they just look very different. So here we're going to take this and I'm going to stamp right here. And you always want to have your ink soak your paper for 5 seconds when you stamp. I don't know if people realize that, but in order for the ink to soak into your paper. Oh, that looks good. Let's do another one right next to it. And then I'll probably, let's do this stamp again, but on a different paper. And then we'll switch the actual stamps. Okay. And I want to get, I don't know how long this is. It is, yeah, about half. So I want to catch something right there. So let's do, I'm going to just ink this one side and just put it on here and see if we can't catch something on there. Oh, nice. Okay, so there's one. So I'm going to use the same stamp and let's use this one. That'll work. And we'll do it just once. And then I'll switch it up for, these are separate ones right here. Oh, nice. Okay, we want to wipe this one off. And these Globeland stamps I get right from Amazon. If you don't want to order from Amazon, I mean, look for some inexpensive stamps. But I can tell you that the Globeland stamps that I have ordered have always been really good quality. They stamp really well, is what I wanted to say. I'm just going to put all of these right on here. Although, I don't know if I want to... No, let's just do it this way. If I stamp off onto the paper, that's okay, but I'd rather make sure that I have move that over a little, that I have the whole thing stamped. Okay, now I'm looking to try to make sure that I come close to this writing so there's not a big gap or anything in it. Oh, nice. Okay, and then let's do... I'm going to do this edge, but I want to hold off just a second because I want to do a different paper. Just so you give you a better idea of how it looks on different papers. Yeah, see, if I did it this way, we'd be losing the whole top and bottom of the paper, so... Oh, I love it. Again, I'm going to try to get close as I can over to this. And again, I'll end up with two pieces on the ends, but that's okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so what I want to do, I think, is take these off right here. I'm going to leave this one on, and I'm going to do just, I'm just inking the right side, and I'm going to put that right on there. Love it. And I'm going to do the same with this one, the same exact thing. I'm just going to ink that side and put it right there. And this should give you a good idea. So I'll put these other papers away. We don't need to do all of them. Okay, they look good. Okay, now the next step. I make such a mess out of this, and sometimes I used to try to stamp with rubber gloves on, so if you're using permanent ink, you know, you wouldn't be wearing it for days. But I ended up making more of a mess with the gloves because even a small glove doesn't fit. Okay, so this is what we end up having. So basically what I do is I just look and measure it. So this is 18.5. So you can make 1-inch stamps. You can make 1.5 out of this one. Let's see how wide it is. It's about 2.5. So we would do 1 1/4. So if we did 1 1/4, then we would go straight down the middle like this. And remember, we're going to cut the edges off so they'll end up being right around 1 inch when we get done. Okay, we're going to cut the end off there. You have to cut in far enough for these scissors to grasp and not just rip the edge. So if you'll see, I'm going in a ways instead of trying to just catch the edge, because if you just try to catch the edge, you'll just end up ripping the paper and it won't give you a good cut. Okay, and then we'll cut off this end. Let's do the same to this. And if you do not have scissors like these are old. These are Provo Craft, and I got them when I was doing physical scrapbooking, and I know that it was about 40 years ago. That's how old they are. So I know you can still get scissors like these, but if you don't have any, you can use pinking shears. That'll work as well. So we measured, and we know that, oh, this one is exactly, you could do inches now. So if we have 18, that means we have 8 inches. So we would have, if we go right in half, that would be 4. Right? And then if we go in half again, and then at this point, I wouldn't even worry about measuring. I would just cut. And this is how I make faux stamps, because I don't have stamps. If I really have to have ones that look like real stamps, I use the ones that I download from the New York Public Library, or you can get them from the Met. And when you get them all cut, then you end up with, like, look at these stamps. They're so cool. Let me distress it. When you distress them, they really pronounce the edges, and I'll show you how they look. Let me do a couple of them. This one's pretty cool because it's got the numbers right on the bottom. Okay, so I had faux envelope. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. That I just folded a piece of book page just to make like a faux envelope so you could see what they look like. But look at that. I mean, then you can use, if you have any postage stamps, like I have Tim Holtz postage, you can, run some postage stamps over them. I think I have, there's another Globeland, but even the Tim Holtz stamps, this one here has, didn't I see something in here that had lines or something on it? Oh, here we go. So this stamp right here, let's put this on here and I'll show you. Like, you could put a few of them on a paper. That one already looks like it's got a postmark on it. Okay, so you've got those. And then if you just, oh, I don't want this one. I want the black. See how you can just, if you have a postmark type thing, And you can then end up making them look like they've been stamped through. So let's cut up one more, a little bit of each one of those other colors and see what we think. I'm excited. I'm going to add those to my collection. Okay, let's cut up this blue one. I love this. Let's see. Okay, perfect. So what I'm going to do first is cut right along this bottom edge. And I won't cut this whole piece up. So let's do that. Go right down the middle. Okay, and then looks like we could do 1, 2. Like I said, it's not rocket science. I could fold them if I wanted to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So then we've got these blue ones. Let me put them on here so you can see. And they're all, you know, they're all different sizes because I wasn't real careful when I cut. But if you distress them, it really pronounces the edges. Really nice. Then I'll hold these out because I want to go ahead and distress like those, the pink ones or whatever. But anyways, so there we go there. We got some blue ones, right? And let's cut a couple of these orangish colored ones so we can see. And you can, if you want, you can make them longer. Like, you know, you have like longer stamps that are like that size. Or you can make them small, like 1 inch or so. And again, I am not being particular with how I'm cutting these, the size-wise. So let's go ahead and distress these. And then that'll give you a good idea of the different papers and the different, you know, designs so you can see how they look. Oh, that one, those look good. Let's do the 1 inch ones. I don't know. I think they look great, but that's just my opinion for what that's worth. Oh, I like this one. Well, I like all of them, but so there's the orange ones. Here's some blue ones. And let's see if we have the pink ones that I distressed over here somewhere. Oh, here's one. Oh, and here's one. Anyways, so there you go. That's how I make my own stamps. Let me clean this up so you can see it. Okay, so I hope you try that. I hope you like the idea. And I'm going to go figure out how I can do the pink bling prompt. Okay, so prompt number 14 is pink bling, and I've given this a lot of thought, and I still haven't come up with anything. So I just pulled out all kinds of pink stuff. Number 1, I have a pocket here where I'm putting together stuff for a tropical journal. Number 2, I have my little basket of whatever bling I have. It's in here. I have these papers from Louisa Heinzel's Colorpendium. I printed 4 on a page. I did 4 this way and then 4 this way. And I've been looking to, I print them out like this so I can see what they actually look like. And on different papers, because I have my Colorpendium book, which is the paper I normally use. But these were different papers, so I printed them out like this. I have pieces of, look at the shiny gold flamingos. I have some little stuff that came out of my thing. And then I have these flowers that I stamped, and you've seen me use these before. I colored them with my Copics, and I kind of thought that I would like to put together some sort of cluster. Maybe use this one and this one. Maybe a couple of them. See what I like. I don't really like any of these with this pink. So let's put that one aside. I do like these bright pink ones though. And that would be really pretty to do a hanging cluster. So with that, so with that, ooh, so with that. But I kind of like this one. So I'm going to cut this. And see if we can't layer a couple of things and make like a cluster to go in this tropical journal. Let me see what we already have in here. I have a lot of ephemera built up for this. See if I have any like other element pieces. Nope, these are already made pieces here. These I got from our Kathy, but I do have some other papers in here, so let's see what we got. And I know I have pink lace, so we can use, oh, look down here. More of these. Oh, we have some sort of a stamp. Oh, tropical. But if we want to keep it pink, let's kind of thinking if we did a, you see, this is, we could do 3-inch. I'm trying to think of like a little cluster or something like that. We could also do, oh my gosh, there's so many different things. We could do paper clip, faux paper clip, somethings. We could do, okay, I think I've got it. I think we're gonna do but like a paper clip, an altered paper clip. And what I'm thinking is something very simple like this. If we fold this piece and then we fold this piece and put it over the top, we could put our paper clip here. It would be covered by this. Yes, that would work. And then we could put a couple of flowers. So we need to color these. So I need to pick colors that go with these colors of pink. So We need 2 or 3 different ones. So I need to test them out here. That's a good one. That also is a good one. Let's see. I'm not sure which one I like. Let's see what we have. We have RB11, RB32, RB11, RB17 might be. RB17. That one needs to be filled, so that's not a good one. Let's not use that one. Ooh, those are bright. I like these lighter ones for sure. So maybe we could just, these two though are too much the same color. So there's one, which is pretty. Here's the other one, which is, I like better. So we like this RB11. But I think I might have to get my Blicks. So hold on just a minute. Oh, we have our, oh, RB10 we have to fill. So hold on just a minute. And I color charted my Blick alcohol markers. So I've got them color charted here, and then thanks to Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, she showed us, I took a class with her with alcohol markers, and she showed us how to make a sample like this and poke a hole so that you can hold it over a color to see how they match. So let's see what we want. Pinks. Okay. So I might just be able to do, oh, there's a flamingo pink. Flamingo pink looks good with what I see on here that I thought looked cool. Oh, the coral would be good. Let's do flamingo pink and coral pink. Okay, so I'm going to try the Blick markers, the flamingo and the coral. Let's look and see what they look like. Pretty pink. Let's try it. So all I do is I take whatever it would be my lighter color, and I'm going to color all of this, that lighter color. Maybe I need to move you in a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to cut this out so I'm not too concerned about if I go outside the lines very far. And then we have this one, which seems to be the darker. So we're going to do darker down here. And you only want to do, when you work with alcohol inks, you don't want to go too far along because they only blend if they're wet. Once they dry, they don't blend real well. And then I'm going to take this and do a little bit more, a little darker out a little further, I think. And some people, when they use alcohol inks, they work light to dark, and some people work dark to light. I tend to work light to dark because it's easier for me to darken something than it is to lighten something. Excuse me. So, okay, we want the coral. And I'm going to go out just a little bit further, like because I thought the other ones I didn't go out very far. And I just stamped these flowers with archival ink. If you're going to color them, you need them to be, you need to stamp and let the ink dry. Okay, I love those, but I do want a light pink for right here because that's where we're going to put our bling. So I just pulled my Copic down RB11 and I'm just going to like make it kind of pink. And then we're going to cut this out and see if we can make our altered paper clip. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Okay, I need my other scissors. Oh, here they are. Okay, so let's see what we can put together here. I love this, but we need a distress, and I don't know whether I should use saltwater taffy. Let's see what that looks like. It might be a little bit too coral, or if I should use the picked raspberry, but I don't know. I'm gonna Oh, I like this. But you know what I want to do? I want to round the corners of this. So let me get my corner rounder. Let's do 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And I think I want to go ahead and color another flower, but I have some flowers already done. So let's look at those. They might be a little bit different color, but that'll be fine because I'm just going to use it for the other side. Because this is going to go over a page, you're not going to see it together. And this piece right here, I think we should round these corners too to match the bottom of that. But we'll use the 1/4 inch. And these are going to get glued down. This piece is going to get glued down. Oh, the other side is upside down. Do we care? No. I think I'm going to go ahead and color another one, and then I will come back and we will have 2 of them to put on. Okay, so now I've got 2 of these. So what I want to do is I want to get this glued down because it's going to have to sit for a minute. Okay, well, I don't have the patience for this right now, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac. I know the Fabri-Tac will hold it. And it's going to come out nice and fast for me. And we have to glue a lot up by the paper clip because the paper clip actually stands away from, you know, when you put it on, it's got a depth to it. So we have to make sure that the sides of this go down over the paper clip. So I'm putting quite a bit of glue here. And then I'm going to put some glue on here on the paper clip and around the paper clip. We're going to set this on here first. Then I'm going to turn it over and put the glue on this paper, around this paper clip. And then I'm going to push this side down. And I'm going to really push down on these edges because I want them to be sure to adhere on the sides around that paper clip. And I'm thinking I might want to use clips for this. I'm really concerned about the top part. The bottom part I can re-glue if I need to, but this top part I really need to have it adhere. So we're going to let that dry like that. And then I'm trying to figure out how I want to decorate this. What else I have to put on there? That's pink. Okay, so we'll put one on one side, one on the other. We've got our flower for the other side. And then let's see what else we have in here. If we have anything else that I think we could put on here. Oh, I love this paper. Let's see if we're dried. Looks good, looks good. Okay, so we want to put our flower on here, our sunshine on here. I just really would like to use this somehow, this paper, or at least get a flamingo out of it. I'm not sure what I want to do. What if sorry about that. I noticed that I didn't zoom out, so I best show you what we did on the other side in case you didn't see it because I was so low down here. So there's one side, and now we're working on this side. And I'm kind of thinking I don't want to put a whole lot on here. Maybe good vibes there, our flower there, and maybe a little something something. Look, we have pink postage stamps. I put this flower right here, and we put the postage stamp right back here, and then we could put the good vibes right there. I think I like it. So we're going to use our little pink postage stamp. How about that? Okay, now I got to figure out again where I'm going to put the flower. So if I put the postage stamp right there, perfect. We'll put our flower right there. Then we'll put our good vibes right there or right there, I think. Yep. Yep, I think that's it, maybe. I change my mind the minute I go to put it down. But I think that's what I want to do. I think I want to put it right here. Then all we need to do is add our bling. How about that? So okay, so now we get our bling out. Where's our bling? It's right here. Pink bling. And I'm thinking that if we use these, oh, that bright one looks kind of pretty, but so does the mellow yellow one. No, I think I'm gonna put a bright one. No, I kind of like this, so we are going to use the light ones. The light ones. And I am going to put a little glue on the back of here. Well, actually, let's put it right on here. That way I don't get it on my... Oh, pretty. Looky there. Very pretty. Let's do the other side. And I'm going to use the same color because I love it. Well, it stuck to my shirt, so that's good. We know it sticks okay. I think I can lay this down with my finger if I put it on. Yeah. Okay. Then I do have some small pink ones, and I thought we would put some small ones on there. If I can get them out, I don't know. Okay, so I was kind of thinking just a couple around, like it's like a bright pink. Let's put one right here. Let's put another one, another bright one. Right below it. We want that to dry, and then we're going to do something over here as well. And I'm thinking, what if we put them like right here? We'll put one, two, like there. Here's a bright one. One. And find another bright one. Here's a bright one. They're a little different color, but I like it. Two. And there we go. There is our pink bling. And it's going to be great because I'll be able to use it in my, let me see if I have a page already made in there. Actually, this page is one that our Kathy gave me. So I was thinking, if this is our page, this would just go right on top like that. Look at that. I love it. How's that? So that's what we got. We got our pink bling, our altered paper clip. And that is for number 14. Let me move this stuff aside. That's 14, number 14. And then these are our stamps that we made, right? All of our stamps. And that was our 13 postage stamp. So thank you all for joining me today for the 50 Stack Challenge 8 hosted by Amy Crafty Cat. And I hope you try these little projects. This I do all the time. And this, obviously, I had to kind of pull to find it, but I think it's perfect. Pink bling goes well in a tropical journal. So I'm excited. I love it. Thank you to my subscribers, past, present, and future. I appreciate y'all so much. Please hit the like button. And when you go into other creators' videos, hit the like button right off the bat. When you first go in, if the subject matter doesn't interest you, you can unlike. But if you do this at the beginning, you won't forget to do it and move on to something else. Thank you so much, everybody, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.